So I recently watched the incredibly scripted and cringy Kim K and Kanye video where they were asked by Vogue a ton of boring questions.
Kanye, what's the best part about being a dad? The kids.
2 minutes into the video, we got to see Kim K's big old diaper butt. And it made me think, what the hell is wrong with this woman? Beyond her own personal choices, for that level of plastic surgery, body modification, and overall fakeness to be accepted, normal, and glorified really boggled my brain. And it made me think for a second, wait, why the hell am I even doing NoFap in the first place? What's the point of going 500 days if we're going to glorify women to get 50-pound diaper butts and treat them like they're objects? At that rate, yes, we quit fapping by ourselves, but we're now basically fapping inside of them and still ignoring a big problem that is still within us from our chronic PMO addiction. It doesn't matter how many days you go if you're still objectifying women. You're still missing a core component of NoFap. As stated on NoFap.com, we want our users to have a better dating life. That includes improving the experiences you have in bed and with other women. Part of that means reuniting your connection with girls spiritually. Oh, I know, I dropped the S word. Oh Lord, here come the atheists and the secular police. Ugh. Just hear me out for a second, okay? When you're watching adult content, there is no connection involved. You're watching this orchestrated and fake act and overloading and short-circuiting your energy down there. And what that does is you're sapping your primitive drive that motivates you to go and meet women. You're sapping it with PMO. And over time, if you do this long enough and consistently enough, what happens is women's looks, which is supposed to excite you and compel you to go hang out with them, no longer does, which increases the likelihood of you distancing yourself from women, as the desire to hang out with them has significantly dropped, meaning you're going to understand them less. And by doing this over and over and over and over, your main exposure to women is now through your phone. There is no conversing, connecting, stories, spontaneity, mystery, arguments, closeness, none of that. All that matters to you in a woman is her ability to pleasure you, and you begin to deem her other beautiful feminine traits as useless. Quick story for you. I was hanging out with a girl last week and we were making music together, we were dancing, we were doing random piggyback rides, we were driving out to like a city and going and checking out like where we used to live and our childhood memories and just playing around. She was doing things like making the bed, preparing food, cleaning my skin, playing with my hair, and it felt amazing and made me appreciate her so much more, and it made our bedtime fun even more magical. The emotions and connection you feel towards someone directly affects your actions towards them as well. She was doing these things because of the way I treated her and how she felt towards me. She understood that I have principles and values as a man, that I have worth, and she respected me for that. You're never going to have that dynamic if you continue objectifying women, if you simply view them as a pleasure object, if you're still drooling over them on Instagram, if you're simply hanging out with a girl just to get her on IG and to show her off to your buddies and to never talk to her ever again. You'll still be stuck in this dissatisfied loop, but instead of PMO and images on a screen, it's now with girls in real life. And that is one core component of why I started NoFap, is to fix that part of my life, because I was so disconnected, man. I was so disconnected. And while you're on this journey, yes, you have to abstain, but there's people who continue to watch adult content and continue to view all this Kim K garbage and continue to follow all these models on Instagram. And what that does is you're not allowing the rewiring to occur. You're not allowing your brain to reset so you can now develop better, healthier mindsets. And so, yes, while you aren't touching your junk and while you have more energy and are more productive, a part of your mind is still stagnant and not changing. So now's a good time to kind of just sit back and ask yourself, how do you view women? When you're going out in public, are you drooling over them and staring at them for hours? Is it extremely difficult for you to converse with girls? Where are your flaws? And try to understand why you feel that way. And a huge reasoning for that is because you don't understand them. You don't understand what's going through a woman's mind because you've distanced and disconnected yourself so greatly that you now have flawed perspectives on top of your esteem issues and confidence issues and insecurities. So this video is not some sort of magic pill or solution. You are the solution. You can find your own solution. There is many ways on going about to fix this, and it's in your hands. It's as much as an art as it is a science when it comes to solving this part of your life. So I leave that in your hands, and I wanted this video to be the seed of awareness for you. To put a cherry on top, I've actually got a really cool podcast down in the description for you where my brother and I were discussing his 5-year NoFap streak and the stories behind it, you know, the mindsets, what it took to get there, and just fun conversational topics. And this is actually a snippet from my premium content, so I'm giving that to you completely for free. You can check it out in the description. It'll literally take 20 seconds to get instant access to it. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to check it out. It's your man, Fearless Dan. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.
Long nose like Pinocchio, telling lies, dirty odds for show. Spending nights gripping grain take foe, selling dimes for the guas that mo.
You've been acting so foolish, call you Peter Pan, cause you drooling like Cupid. You won't understand what it took to get the food dish. Stacking all my bands in my hands, I'm Jewish.
Man, I dip my fucking hands in a fountain, so much fucking water dripping down from a mountain. Mire in a stat like a body, it's astounding. Talk a lot of shit, me and Daniel ain't about it, nah.
I'm never gonna give up cause my mama never got to act on her own ambitions and to show me how to find my map. I'ma get the treasure with the famine, I'ma bring it back. You can sit and measure while I conjure up a 100 racks.